According to the National Fire Protection Association, smoke detectors installed in bedrooms must be hardwired. The reasoning behind this requirement lies in the superior reliability of hardwired systems compared to their battery-operated counterparts. Several factors contribute to this difference. Firstly, battery-operated smoke detectors are susceptible to being disabled or removed altogether. A resident might, for instance, remove the batteries to silence a nuisance alarm, forgetting to replace them, thereby rendering the detector useless in the event of a real fire. Alternatively, the entire unit might be taken down for aesthetic reasons or due to perceived inconvenience. Hardwired detectors, on the other hand, are permanently connected to the building's electrical system, making them far less prone to tampering or removal. Secondly, battery-operated smoke detectors are dependent on the lifespan and proper maintenance of their batteries. Batteries can die unexpectedly, leaving the occupants vulnerable. Furthermore, even with functional batteries, the detector's performance may degrade over time as the battery voltage diminishes. Regular battery checks and replacements are essential, but these tasks are often overlooked, especially in rental properties or households with multiple residents. Hardwired smoke detectors, while also often incorporating battery backups, primarily rely on the consistent power supply of the building's electrical grid. The battery backup serves as a failsafe, providing protection during power outages. Moreover, many hardwired systems include a low battery warning, alerting occupants to the need for battery replacement before the backup power is completely depleted. Thirdly, hardwired smoke detector systems often offer the advantage of interconnectedness. When one detector senses smoke, all interconnected detectors throughout the building will sound an alarm, providing an early warning to occupants in other areas, even if they are asleep or otherwise unable to hear the initial alarm. This interconnectedness is particularly crucial in larger homes or multi-story buildings where a fire might start in a remote area. Battery-operated smoke detectors, while some models may offer wireless interconnectedness, typically lack this feature or require additional configuration and maintenance to ensure proper operation. In conclusion, the NFPA's mandate for hardwired smoke detectors in bedrooms reflects a commitment to ensuring the highest possible level of fire safety. While battery-operated detectors may seem more convenient due to their ease of installation, their inherent limitations in terms of reliability and maintenance make them a less desirable option for bedrooms where occupants are most vulnerable while sleeping. Hardwired systems, with their consistent power supply, tamper resistance, and potential for interconnectedness, offer a significantly greater level of protection against the dangers of fire. Therefore, to ensure compliance with safety regulations and to safeguard the well-being of yourself and your family, it is imperative to install hardwired smoke detectors in all bedrooms. When installing hardwired smoke detectors, it is important to follow all applicable electrical codes and safety guidelines. If you are not comfortable working with electrical wiring, it is best to hire a qualified electrician to perform the installation. Additionally, remember to test your smoke detectors regularly, regardless of whether they are hardwired or battery-operated, to ensure that they are functioning properly. A small investment in fire safety can make a life-saving difference. Smoke detectors are an essential safety device in any home or building. They are designed to detect smoke and sound an alarm, giving occupants early warning of a fire. This early warning can be critical in allowing people to escape safely and prevent serious injury or death. There are two main types of smoke detectors: hardwired and battery-operated. Hardwired smoke detectors are connected to the building's electrical system and are powered by the main electricity supply. They also typically have a battery backup in case of a power outage. Battery-operated smoke detectors are powered solely by batteries and do not require any wiring. While both types of smoke detectors can be effective in detecting smoke and sounding an alarm, there are some key differences between them. Hardwired smoke detectors are generally considered to be more reliable than battery-operated smoke detectors. This is because they are less likely to be disabled or have their batteries removed. They also typically have a longer lifespan than battery-operated smoke detectors. Another advantage of hardwired smoke detectors is that they can be interconnected. This means that when one smoke detector detects smoke, all of the interconnected smoke detectors will sound an alarm. This can be especially important in larger homes or buildings where a fire may start in one area and not be immediately detected in other areas. Battery-operated smoke detectors, on the other hand, are easier to install than hardwired smoke detectors. They do not require any wiring, so they can be installed by anyone regardless of their electrical skills. They are also more portable than hardwired smoke detectors, which can be useful if you need to move them from one location to another. When choosing smoke detectors for your home or building, it is important to consider the specific needs of your situation. If you are looking for the most reliable and effective smoke detectors, hardwired smoke detectors are the best choice. However, if you are looking for a more affordable and easier to install option, battery-operated smoke detectors may be a better choice. Regardless of which type of smoke detectors you choose, it is important to make sure that they are installed properly and tested regularly. Smoke detectors should be installed on every level of your home or building, including in bedrooms, hallways, and living areas. They should also be tested at least once a month to ensure that they are working properly. To test a smoke detector, simply press the test button. The smoke detector should sound an alarm if it is working properly. If the smoke detector does not sound an alarm, the batteries may need to be replaced or the smoke detector may need to be replaced. Smoke detectors are a critical safety device that can help to save lives in the event of a fire. By choosing the right smoke detectors and installing them properly, you can help to protect yourself and your family from the dangers of fire. It's also worth noting the specific requirements outlined in NFPA 72, the National Fire Alarm and Signaling Code. This code provides comprehensive guidelines for the installation, testing, and maintenance of fire alarm systems, including smoke detectors. NFPA 72 addresses various aspects of smoke detector placement, spacing, and sensitivity, ensuring that they are optimally positioned to detect fires and provide timely warnings. One important consideration is the spacing between smoke detectors. The code specifies maximum spacing distances based on ceiling height and room dimensions. For example, smoke detectors are typically required to be installed within a certain distance of sleeping areas and in each sleeping room. The code also addresses the placement of smoke detectors in relation to potential obstructions such as ceiling fans or beams, which could interfere with smoke detection. Furthermore, NFPA 72 outlines requirements for smoke detector sensitivity. Smoke detectors must be capable of detecting a certain concentration of smoke particles in order to trigger an alarm. The code specifies acceptable sensitivity ranges and testing procedures to ensure that smoke detectors meet these requirements. Regular testing and maintenance are crucial to ensure that smoke detectors remain effective over time. NFPA 72 recommends testing smoke detectors at least once a month and replacing them every 10 years. Additionally, smoke detectors should be cleaned regularly to remove dust and debris that could interfere with their operation. By adhering to the guidelines outlined in NFPA 72, you can ensure that your smoke detectors are properly installed, tested, and maintained, providing the best possible protection against fire. Remember that smoke detectors are just one component of a comprehensive fire safety plan. It's also important to have a fire escape plan in place and to practice it regularly with your family. This plan should include designated meeting points outside the home and clear evacuation routes. In the event of a fire, it's crucial to remain calm and follow your escape plan. Get out of the building as quickly as possible and call 911 from a safe location. Do not attempt to re-enter the building for any reason. Fire safety is everyone's responsibility. By taking the necessary precautions, you can help to protect yourself, your family, and your community from the devastating effects of fire. Understanding the types of smoke detectors and their advantages can greatly enhance your safety. Firstly, ionization smoke detectors are generally more responsive to flaming fires. These fires involve rapidly burning materials like paper or wood. Secondly, photoelectric smoke detectors are typically more sensitive to smoldering fires. Smoldering fires involve slow, smoky combustion, often from materials like fabrics or upholstery. Thirdly, combination smoke detectors incorporate both ionization and photoelectric sensors. They provide the best protection against both types of fires. The location where you install your smoke detector matters. Firstly, install smoke detectors on every level of your home, including the basement. Secondly, place detectors inside and outside of sleeping areas. Thirdly, follow manufacturer's instructions for proper placement and avoid obstructions. There are also interconnected systems. Firstly, hardwired interconnected smoke detectors offer the highest level of protection. Secondly, when one detector senses smoke, all interconnected detectors sound an alarm. Thirdly, some battery-powered detectors also offer wireless interconnection capabilities. False alarms can be minimized. Firstly, keep smoke detectors clean and free of dust and debris. Secondly, avoid placing smoke detectors near cooking appliances or bathrooms. Thirdly, use the hush feature to temporarily silence nuisance alarms. Maintenance and replacement are key. Firstly, test smoke detectors monthly by pressing the test button. Secondly, replace batteries at least once a year, or according to manufacturer's instructions. Thirdly, replace smoke detectors every 10 years. There are local regulations to consider. Firstly, check local building codes and fire safety regulations for specific requirements. Secondly, ensure that your smoke detectors comply with all applicable standards. Staying informed is essential. Firstly, learn about fire safety from reputable sources like the National Fire Protection Association. Secondly, participate in fire safety training and drills. Thirdly, educate your family about fire safety procedures. By understanding the different types of smoke detectors, installing them properly, and maintaining them regularly, you can significantly increase your chances of surviving a fire. Remember, smoke detectors are a vital component of your home's fire safety plan, and they can help save lives.